Yes, yes, you are down a little bit lower than normal. That's okay, because I'm probably just going to edit this out anyways. I may leave it in. So, welcome back. Well, welcome back to me. For you, it was like, blink, and you're over. Here's that receipt, as promised. Hopefully it's showing up well so that you can read it. How about now? Now? I don't know. It never wants to focus in. Damn you, technology. As you saw, though, $22 each cash. $44 for New Super Mario Brothers, which has been out for quite a while, and Animal Crossing Wild World, which has also been out for quite a while. You know, ow, whatever. And I was able to keep my Star Fox. All right. Before we move on to today, we're going to take 2 steps back and go back to yesterday, because some stuff showed up and I picked it up after I had uploaded the other video, so I will show this stuff to you now. It's 20 PS2 games. However, they're all scratched to some degree. Some of them don't even play. They'll need to be resurfaced. It was $5 for 20 games, so a quarter a piece. Doesn't hurt to have them, just because. How's that for rationalization for you? Are you even seeing me, or are you just seeing like right here? Is this is how I'm going to do the rest of the video. Anyway, moving back a little bit. Got some PSPs and UMDs. Daxter, which is, this is like my second copy. That MLB that I can't tell what year it is because I've never bothered to try playing it. So that's copy number deuce. Buzz Master Quiz. It's a quiz show, it looks like. Okay. Now, I made these paper cases just because, well, the other cases that were on it were all wrong and they were all tore up. So, Hot Shots Golf Open Tee. Midnight Club Dub Edition. Third copy of Daxter. And now we're on to the UMDs. You've got Spider-Man the Deuce. Spider-Man the Deuce Deuce. And you have the Wedding Crashers. And the last one that's actually in its own case is Chain Reaction. I am Keanu Reeves. I am a scientist. I know nuclear physicals and things. Dude. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so, sorry. Anyways, those showed up. Now, I've decided to casually, but I've decided to go for the whole PSP set. And that includes all the UMDs. So, obviously I'll need better cases for the ones that I keep, but at least until I get better cases, then I have those ones. So, moving back into today, which leads me into why I got those 3 DS games in the first place. I went to meet the guy from Craigslist, which I told you, no phone, no car, no way to contact outside of email, which we had last contact well before I even went out there. So before I went there, because I knew I had to kill a few hours, I went to that Mommy and Poppy operation in West Virginia, where there is a game that I can't find because my absolute fucking hatred of the game has made it disappear and go into hiding like the little bitch game it is. Anyways, he had some more of the cheap games. I found it. So there you go. Then NCAA 7, NBA Live 06. I had left these the last time because I really didn't care to buy sports games, but when I decided to go for the whole set, and I knew would have to be in it, I just went ahead and did it. And for another reason. So, also you got World Series Baseball on the Genesis, because we have a Genesis, and this is a Model 1. It does work. I tested it. It has good video output through the RF. Power supply works good. It came with aftermarket controllers, but not much I can do about that. Just have to deal with it. All of that, the 2 games and the Tiger Woods Space Taker, and this was all $15. So, again, hard to pass up that deal. Then we went ahead and waited for the other guy, moving back into today for continuity jumps. And the reason I even contacted him was he had this on there, which is a silver 3000 series PSP. It didn't have the charger, and I think this battery is completely fried because I had a 5-volt adapter that I plugged in, but I think it's not set up to charge correctly, if that makes any sense. So what I'm doing is I ordered a new battery and the correct charger for it. So when that shows up, then I'll have that. With that, he included God of War, Chains of Olympus, and Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. I like that. I'll buy these anytime I can because they always sell well. I actually have 2 other copies of this that I'm going to sell. That brings up another thing, but I'll talk about that at the very end. And then he had some PS1 games, and they were nothing special at first, except for the one that actually caught my eye. He threw in all these other ones to make the deal a little bit sweeter. Namco Volume 3, Asteroids. It's the exciting sequel to Hemorrhoids. Disney's The Jungle Book. It's actually worth like $10 if it had the case cover. Actually, with loose disc, with the cover, it'd be worth like 15. The original Grand Theft Auto, and this is one of my favorite ones. It's what really got me into the whole being able to do whatever you want, and you got to run people over with cars. Tennis. Tarzan. Me Tarzan, you boobies. Mega Man X4, which is a fun game, and I wish it had the cover, but that's alright. And this was the other thing he had on his ads that caught my eye. Now, he had like 3-4 things listed separately, and I just said put them all together and make it worth my while. And he did that in typical Craigslist needy way. And again, I'm not bagging on anybody that has to sell their stuff on Craigslist. I'm just always dumbfounded at the exceedingly high number of Craigslist sellers that have neither an actual cell phone or a mode of transportation. Yet they still have stuff like this that they can sell. Now, he may have picked this up at a garage sale or stole it from somebody. I don't know. But this alone paid for everything else that I bought today, because I sold it for $45 already. I just have to ship it out. And yeah, I mean, what else do you want me to say? That basically made my whole day. I got all this other stuff for free when you look at it that way. So there you go. Hunting does pay off. Bringing me back to the other thing that I wanted to talk about is I'm thinking about going to the Front Royal Flea Market, which is the one that I got the PS2 system from yesterday, and the Mario Kart that I had already traded in. And the reason being is, number one, the stuff out there, for the most part, from the other guys, is crap. And number two, it's so badly overpriced that I could take all of my stuff that I have extras of, put them out there, undercut the rest of the guys there if I want, and still make a ton of money. So I'm kind of leaning towards doing that just because I want to collect the things I want to collect for free. And I've said it a couple of times, and I'll say it every time it comes up. I don't have a fuck ton of money to spend on games, and I know most people don't, which is why when people are willing to pay $45 for something like this, it kind of blows me away. But more power to you, because if you're willing to put in the time, the effort, the mileage, you can get deals. But I think I'm going to try it. It looks like fun. I've been watching Video Game Sellers. If you haven't seen any of those episodes, I highly suggest it. It's done by Scott Squatch. They're funny, hilarious. It's just a good watch. Give those a watch if you haven't yet. And yeah, there you go. It's kind of I think the next logical step to what I'm doing, because I have the repair business that I'm trying to get going, and I've picked up plenty of stuff that I don't need to keep, so I might as well flip it in an environment where I'm not paying eBay, 20% basically? Yeah. Well, anyways, that's it for today. If you like the video, like it. If you haven't subscribed, if you haven't cried yet, you should cry anytime, because you get to hear professional speakage when I verbify things like I just did. Leave me any comments, questions, concerns. I'm not really good at diagnosing things in terms of like medical ailments, but I will give it a shot, because, you know, I could just pretend I'm WebMD. Oh, you stubbed your toe? You must have brain cancer. Anyways, so there you go. Don't dislike this video, and the reason this time is because I've heard, and it could be a rumor, but I've heard that if you dislike a video, somewhere in the world a rhesus monkey falls out of a tree and breaks its leg. And once a rhesus monkey breaks its leg, it kind of becomes an outcast. So it's kind of relegated to the death row of the rhesus monkey world. So ask yourself before you go to bed tonight, do you want to be what killed the rhesus monkey? Food for thought.